Hello and welcome to This Week in Colorado Soccer. I'm your host, Sam Newman, coming to you from Fate Brewing Company with head coach Danny Sanchez. Around here we call him the Sanchez. And coach, it's a bittersweet episode because we are putting a wrap on the 2014 season, but we're also celebrating what was a terrific season. Ends in the second round of the NCAA tournament, a 1-0 loss to number 6 North Carolina. Very hard-fought game by your team. Overall, a great season. We'll get to the full retrospective later, but let's talk about that game. Just a narrow loss to one of the better teams in the country.
Yeah, it was a great match. We talked a lot about last year when we went to Florida State in a similar round, and we got run over. And I think that losing 1-0 in overtime, but I just think I'm really proud of how the team competed in a very tough environment. As you have in your notes there, I mean, over 4,000, over 4,200 fans, the largest crowd that CU Soccer has ever played in front of. We had our good set of CU supporters there, but obviously it was primarily a North Carolina crowd. But we matched the intensity and just didn't have enough at the end, but very proud of the effort for the whole team.
Back four played outstanding, blocking 5 of UNC's first 7 shots. Kate Sheely had another one of her terrific games. She's been terrific for you all season. The defense has been great.
Kate was special. She made 2 or 3 really good saves. Alex Shune, who had been out for a long stretch with a broken foot, actually stepped in and played about 80 minutes as well. So really helped us in the back along with our usual starters. So we defended well. We blocked shots. Really didn't give them a lot of clear looks at goal. Just didn't quite have enough going forward at the end of the day. But we knew it would be an uphill battle. And we gave ourselves a chance to win, and that's what we wanted to do versus last year. So I think it was a good growing step for the program as we get in these situations. If you're going to compete at the highest levels, you need to get in these games. You need to learn from them, and I think we learned a lot about ourselves and showed some improvement for last year, so we're excited going forward.
You say goodbye to 6 seniors. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Always a tough thing to do, and these are 6 players that have contributed a lot collectively. How do you go about doing that? Obviously, you can't replace what they do, but you got to move on.
Well, 5 of them are starters, and then Story really came on at the end of the year for us as well. So we lose 6, not only 6 good players, but I just think 6 really good people that really came from different backgrounds, whether a transfer or whatever their role was. Really bought into what we did. So when you look at the team next year, and 3 of them started in the back as well, and really kind of solidified the back 4 as we went down the stretch. So we'll miss some on the field, but I think we'll miss some more off the field of what they brought. But they set the bar high for these returning players and the direction of our program. So it's bittersweet in a sense, but I think if you'd have told them that they had an opportunity the last couple of years to go and advance the NCAA tournament and have these good moments, they'll be disappointed in that sense, but they'll have more moments, and they still have our trip to Spain in March, so we'll still maybe get some video of that. So you'll still see them in a buff uniform and maybe a more relaxing environment than we saw last Friday.
Good note to end on, that trip to Spain. Now, since everything's so fresh, the season just having recently ended, are you able to look ahead yet? What's the state of mind for the coaching staff and the team?
Well, it's we don't go crazy with it like some football coaches where they win the national championship and they're making recruiting calls the same night. But we went right back into it and had visits right when we got back the next day, and so this week's a little bit slow with Thanksgiving, but we're off to recruiting on Friday, and we're off to the races again. Getting ready for the team, excited for the direction of the program, and excited for the returning players and the players we have coming in. So. Looking back at the season, there's a lot more pressure on us this year than last year. I think last year, like we talked about, I think we snuck up on some people. I think this year we didn't sneak up on anybody. And teams gave us their best shots, and we struggled. We had some moments in the middle of the year where we struggled, but I'm really proud of how this team bounced back, how they bought in to everything we were doing, and had a great run down the end. And I think that when we really evaluate the season, even though we didn't get quite as far in the NCAA tournament, the fact that we finished 3rd place in the Pac-12 and had the first winning record in the Pac-12 since we've joined it, it was really a better season and set us up to even set the bar a little bit higher going forward. So we're real pleased with what we've done and real pleased with the players, but we know there's a lot of work ahead because this league is brutal. And if you go to sleep one day, you're going to fall behind. So we're hard at it, making the team better for next year.
Coach, congratulations on a terrific season, and good luck going in the offseason.
And I want one last thing, Sam, real quick. I want to make sure we thank everyone that's part of CU Soccer, all of our supporters, all of the behind-the-scenes people that are here that do a lot of work, our director of ops, just everybody, because it's it's not just about me and the players and the staff. There's so many more people involved in the program to get us to this stage, and we want to thank them all, and we appreciate their support, and we'll see them all again soon.
Absolutely. Big ups to all those folks. That is going to do it for us this season. You can follow the Buffs even during the off season. CUBuffs.com/soccer and right here on Buffs TV. Maybe check out some video from that trip to Spain. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you next year.